as an RMAX2 that we kind of modified. Don't think of it as the old RMAX4, which is now the compact that we kind of modified. So about 80% of this unit is the RMAX2, and it's from this pillar forward and this pillar back, and then the new 20% is this back row. So what does that mean? That means that all the accessories from here forward and here back are going to work on these models. You guys already have them in stock. They're going to work with this vehicle. But as you start to look at this rear row, we do have the integrated door speakers inside of this on the rear doors inside of here. We could not do that on the compact model due to room and space, so you'll see on the limited models for them they'll actually be overhead speakers, but on the limited models for the new RMAX4 model year 25 they are going to be in the doors. One of the other things that I like to point out is that the seats are exactly the same front to back. So in the RMAX4 compact we actually had to lower the seat bottom itself to kind of make it convertible. But this one, we wanted to concentrate on all 4 passengers being comfortable inside of this vehicle. One of the concepts of this vehicle was to have an adventure with 4 full-size adults and carry cargo. So whenever we tested this vehicle and we came up with the suspension settings, which I think you guys experienced today, right? We did that with 4 people in the car plus 200 pounds of cargo. So that's the way we're setting up our suspension. As you move forward, you can kind of see the grab handle itself. We actually brought it to the rear. Now they're not adjustable like the front, but we really wanted to have those premium grab handles, and they are with that mountain bike inspired grip, so to give you a little bit of palm support. But really where your fatigue comes from is if you have to brace yourself with your upper body all the time, it actually fatigues you out throughout the day. So one of the great things that we always do in our Yamaha models is we angle the floorboard just right, and we texture it just right so that you can really brace yourself with your lower body and ride all day and not get fatigued. You know, past that, really, if you look at our competitor models, even the seat belts, they put adjustable seat belts in the front, but they don't do it in the rear. We want the rear passengers to be comfortable, so we actually put adjustable seat belts in here. We also have some nice storage and soft touch components. Really, if you're resting your elbow on that center console, and then we do have that new storage compartment that is huge. It's 6 gallons. It's got a USB inside of there. It's also got a light inside of there. And one of the things that most people don't know about is if you look inside these storage compartments, if you want to keep your phone in the back one and then keep it plugged into the USB in the front one, we actually have these channels cut out so that it doesn't ruin your cord when you close the lid. It still keeps it watertight. So that's kind of, you know, as far as the suspension, I think that's the one thing I didn't talk about yet. Really, we've revalved both the spring rates, the internal valving, even the sway bars are different. And one of the things that we did is by doing it, by utilizing the RMAX2 and extending it out, we were able to keep the suspension stroke in the rear, which we couldn't do with this model due to the rear passenger seating. And we were also able to keep suspension travel in the front and put 30-inch tires on this guy. And even with all of that, and the ground clearance is the same as the RMAX2 as well. So all of those specs are the same. But even with all of that, it is still 10 millimeters lower than the RMAX4 compact. So we kept it even a little bit lower than that guy. I think that's everything I have. Is there any questions that you guys may have experienced on the trail that you need to know a little bit more about?